Welcome to Chicago Baseball Podcast Week 14 review, Week 15 preview. As always, I'm joined by my co-host, the executive producer, the best in the business, Kids for the Win, Matthew Otto Wins. What's up, buddy?
How's it going? How's
Good
it
to see
going,
ya.
Domino?
It's going
It
well.
is going well. Well.
Yes. And our guest tonight is Max, live from New York.
Hey guys, thanks for having me.
Sunday night.
Yeah, it's Sunday night. Late.
It is late for you. Thanks for doing this, Max.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Oh, no problem.
That light behind you is like just every time you move your head, it's like glaring.
Okay.
Just kidding. I'm just kidding. It's fine. It's fine.
I just need the light bulb out.
That's creepy now.
Now it's like mood lighting in here now. It's
Yeah.
romantic.
Nice job setting the tone.
Yeah.
So we got MLB's got the All-Star Week. They got the Futures game going on right now that went into extra innings. Angela took over the TV, so I can't see what's going on anymore with that game. But they went into extra innings at 2.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's tonight. Then they started extra innings. They were only doing 7 innings tonight. I think it's kind of stupid, and it's not doing 9. And then the extra innings, they start with a runner on second to speed up. So I
That's
think that's pretty cool.
one of the rules they've been testing in the minors, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Silly rules.
Those are silly rules.
Yeah.
Do they have robot umps too?
They should.
They have no instant replay either during this game.
Yeah. Because I mean, why?
But and then tomorrow.
The most upsetting thing for me was it's supposed to be on MLB TV. I have the app, and like it wouldn't let me watch it on the app on my TV. So it's like I'm watching on my iPhone, and then I just stopped watching. But
Yeah.
there's no way to watch it on their app on my TV.
Well, even also too weird. Like I was waiting for the lineups to come out, and there was like nothing. Then finally I went to Twitter and just finally searched it that way, and all the people I follow were very excited about it. But like the lineups are nowhere. You couldn't find the lineups anywhere. Then it finally came out here, the lineups and everything. But it was some guy that's a beat writer for I don't even know what. Oh, Cleveland. He had him and he put him on Twitter, and I was like, I didn't see him anywhere else, and I don't know. It's like this is the youth of the Major League Baseball, the futures game, and I mean, what a piss poor job of promoting this.
Yeah.
Fuck you, baseball, you dumbass.
Yeah, just another way that baseball messes up the use of their product and their ability to get the product out to the masses. So
Yeah,
it's just
and there's some
bad.
and so there was already like a couple guys tweeting, a couple people were coming up after the game. Are gonna start like the Yankees top number 3 pitching prospect, but he's pitching tonight. It's like, well, why the fuck is he pitching tonight then?
Yeah.
I mean, again, it's meaningless baseball in the middle of the season, and a season that's already too long as it is. But whatever. So sorry, Domino.
No problem. And then tomorrow they got the home run derby. Winner gets $1 million. That'd be kind of cool for your boy Pete Alonso to win it.
Polar bear.
Yeah. He would almost triple his money probably, whatever he's making if he wins this probably.
Yeah, but he also there's some things behind that, like he got a signing bonus of some kind too. I don't know, but I did see that somewhere. He would like triple his whatever he's making this year. So.
Yeah, I also heard he hasn't been in a home run derby at any level. And then Yelich put in an apology letter today. He's not in it now.
His back, right?
I don't know. I just saw something come across my iPhone while I was watching the Futures game.
It's Chapman versus Vlad, then Bregman versus Peterson, and then Pete versus Santana, and then Bell versus Acuna. Those are the.
So Matt Chapman is subbing for Yelich?
Yeah, that's what it came across. He said he tweaked his back. I don't know if it was hitting home runs for the home run derby. He was practicing yesterday, and he tweaked his back.
Yeah, it's better for Yelich owners.
I guess, unless he really hurt his back.
Alonso's going to hit 2 home runs a week. 2 home runs.
No, it's stupid. It is kind of funny, though, that Sean has Yelich, and the guy who replaced him is on his team as well.
Hey. Sean's got a deep team, guys. Deep team.
I guess so.
He can just drop Javi Baez halfway through the season. It's deep team.
And not just drop him, but pay for someone else to take him off his hands.
Hey,
It's
hey.
so bad.
Hey, I'm not.
And then
I'm
all
not,
those
I'm not
other
mad
players.
at Sean. I'm not mad at Sean. I'm not mad.
And then all those other players will either drop them or when they get hurt, we just won't do anything. Then he literally has nothing now from that trade.
I love Sean.
Of course you do.
I do.
I tried to send him a shitty trade too earlier and he rejected it. I
He
don't know
sent
why.
that trade to me.
Oh my god.
He sent the trade to me, and then I'm gonna
He could have
go.
picked up. He could have just picked up a pitcher as bad or as worse as whatever. Go ahead.
Arietta
I'm
is
gonna-
fine.
I'm gonna go with the home run derby. I'm gonna go with Vlad versus Santana. I'm going with the hometown guy win it all. I'm gonna have Santana win it.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. I think he's gonna.
He's at
I was
home.
gonna say, yeah. And he's got some more. He's got some oomph in his bat. I was gonna go with the same thing. Who did you say it was Vlad?
Vlad versus
it doesn't sound that bad.
Isn't Jock Peterson on the other side as Vlad? And Jock's won it before.
yeah. If Vlad and Jock win the first round, they would meet up in the
In
semi.
the second? Oh, in the semi?
Yeah.
Who's it again? Say it again. I didn't.
The first matchup would be Chapman versus Vlad. That's the one in the 8, I guess.
I
Or,
could see
yeah.
Chapman taking it.
No.
And then the second other on the same side is Bregman versus Peterson. And then the other side, they have your boy Pete versus Santana. And then Bell versus Acuna Jr.
It would be cool to see Pete and Vlad. Just two rookies.
Or you know what? Bell versus Vlad. I mean, look what Bell's been doing.
Yeah.
I say the semifinals will be Vlad and Jock. Vlad will win, and then it'll be Pete versus Bell. Bell will win, and then it'll be Bell versus Vlad. Bell will win.
Okay. That'd be kind of cool to see a young guy making a little money, get $1 million. So
Yeah.
it'd be interesting. And then obviously tomorrow, and then Tuesday's the All-Star game.
I put the lineups up here. They're not lineups, but the starters. So Sanchez, Gary Sanchez, catcher. Carlos Santana is first. T.J. LeMahieu made it second base. He's doing well, though. Alex Bregman. Jorge Polanco on the Twins. Trout, of course. Springer. Is he going to play?
Yeah, he'll play.
No. Brantley. And then Hunter fucking Pence is the DH.
He won't. He won't play.
Wait, How the hell? Wait, there's no DH for.
I know.
Hey, you put him in there, dude.
Yeah, I know, but
There's only 8 for the National League.
Oh, that's the dumbest thing I've ever fucking heard. Are they really gonna have the pitcher pitch hit then?
No, they'll have a DH.
Yeah, they'll have to have a DH. It's
You have
DH
Pete
part.
Alonso on your fucking bench. Put him as your
No.
fucking DH.
Wilson Contreras, Freddie Freeman, Ketel Marte is amazing. Norland Arenado, Javier Baez, go Cubbies. Christian Yelich, which he won't play, right? He can't. And then Cody Bellinger, and then Ronald Acuna Jr.
I kind of like the NL starters a little better.
Me too. Me too.
A little more power there. But
Yeah.
we shall see how it comes down to. Then Verlander's starting for the American League.
Mm-hmm.
And then Serger for the National.
No, he's not. He pitched the other day, right?
Right.
And he was on bereavement list because his kid was born.
Right.
4th of July. His kid was born on 4th of July.
Okay, that's right. That's right. He'll make his next start. So
Yeah. So whoever's subbing for him, I don't know who it is. I think it's I have no idea. Someone should know this.
I don't.
I don't
know.
either.
It
whatever.
doesn't matter. They go 3 outs when it's over.
Yeah. So it doesn't really matter. We can move on.
Yeah. So on to your fantasy news, Matty.
So I was just thinking about this, and first off, this week fucking sucked. Did anybody kind of like just kind of see the? I don't know. In years past, doesn't everyone play on Fridays? Isn't like Friday and the 4th of July like a day where everyone's playing? So there were
Typically.
six games or 6 teams that did not play on the 4th of July, and those 6 teams happened to be playing against each other as like a crosstown rivalry, like the Cubs and the White Sox, the Indians, and
Cincy?
Cincy, the Reds, and then I think the Mets and the Yankees, or it was someone else. What it was? Oh, the Dodgers, I think, and the the Angels. I don't know who it was, but so they didn't play. And then on Friday, the Cubs and the White Sox didn't play. The Indians and Cincinnati didn't play, and there was another 2 teams that didn't play.
I think it's because they split their 4-game series by park, 2-2.
They did, but this year Major League Baseball has changed the way they give everyone off days and tried to stretch it out more. Well, the Cubs were on a 27-day, 27 games in a row, and then in July they have 8 days off. So the month previous in June, they almost played all the month. They had only 3 days off, and then in July they have 8 days off, plus the All-Star break, is in there. So that some of the 8 days are back to back to back. So I just kind of put this in there. Does fantasy have to change when MLB changes? And on top of that, you got MLB changing as far as the baseball goes with the opener. We have, different closing situations where you have, multiple closers. We're going to talk about it a little bit later as foreshadowing, but, like stolen bases on certain teams and, how I don't even like, I think the Cubs are in last of attempting a stolen base, and it's just not what they do. And it's trending that way, even though, there's some teams that are stealing tons of bases, but it's just that's trending a certain way. I don't know. I mean, I don't even know what to do with the opener. We changed the quality starts 2 years ago, and now it's like I don't even know if like we should have been keeping track of how many wins and quality starts we've had over the last couple of years to see if it's any different. But what do you guys think? Do you think that fantasy in general needs to change when MLB changes, or if it does, how long do you wait for? Because things do change over the course of years. Don't all answer at once.
I was giving Dom the opportunity to answer.
Thank you. I think
you just talk over them.
That's your bad.
Oh, thanks.
Yes, I think fantasy needs to change with MLB. I think it needs to change. Whatever MLB is doing, it needs to kind of fall a little behind it. React to what MLB is doing instead of MLB reacting to what fantasy does.
Well, yeah, I don't. MLB is never going to react to what fantasy does. I was just more or less saying, like, does fantasy need to change? Like the fantasy baseball game that we play, if we didn't change at all and we didn't make any different changes in this game we play, and if you look, Yahoo, CBS, ESPN, they make changes all the time. CBS now is you pay up their site, you can add and you can subtract stats how you will. You can make up your own stats. But I'm just saying, like the game that we're playing, we play head to head. Do we need to change? I mean, as much as MLB is evolving, but I mean, do we need to change at all, or do we just leave it as it is and we play with what we got? It's kind of what I was saying.
Yeah, I think you can grow rosters. You can also go like add categories. You can go 6x6 or 7x7. You could do safes plus holds, which is a big thing with the way the bullpens are going, and leverage situations with closers. Closing is completely changed, and it kind of goes just to philosophy. The teams that have more steals have managers that think small ball and speed is an asset to that team because there's not as much power in their lineup. But I think fantasy is going to have to change just because there's more analytics into how managers look at baseball and how they're managing the game. So there's just going to be more ratio type stats, I think, in category type fantasy instead of points. Points is points, but the ratio, you could just add some more ratios on both sides.
I don't want to get too deep into it, and the people I'm going to bring up aren't here to defend themselves, but the big thing, and this was back when we were trying to get quality starts, and the reason we were having this quality starts issue versus wins is that people were getting taken out sometimes in, the 7th and 8th inning or before that even, and, they weren't getting the win. So we're trying to make it, not easier, I guess, or I guess we just felt as the quality start was a better stat to have instead of the win. And a lot of people were like, we can't do it now. This is nothing I don't want because it's going to change the way I drafted. And I still go back to that's a bunch of bullshit. I know PJ was one of the people. PJ doesn't draft for what that is, that stat was. And half of these people don't even draft for what that is. I mean, even myself, I think last year and the year before was the first time I actually looked at stats versus how I can get more stats in certain categories, and what players would get those things for me. But for the most part, I mean, I think you're right. There's things that we can do for it, but I don't know if our league, particularly with the people we have in our league and the way they play, I don't even know. I mean, I think you kind of just leave it as what it is. You have people like Memo who, to this day, still doesn't change his lineup. So,
yeah. I again, there's you could go to, instead of straight Ks, you could go Ks per 9.
I like that.
Saves and hold.
I like saves plus holds. Saves plus holds minus blown saves or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, I was
doing that other league.
Yeah.
And then there's like, they're talking about like quality appearance where it's like over 3 innings.
Yeah.
And then wins might come back if this opener trend continues. You can still get a win if you had an opener. So.
Yeah, that's true too. I don't know. It was just interesting.
Start is out.
I just keep looking at like the whole thing with the Friday days. This whole week, I was like, I looked at my team and I'm like, no one was playing on Monday on my team. There was only like 4 games. I mean, I think there were 6 games on Monday. No one, half my team, or at least there were 6 games that didn't play, or 6 teams that didn't play on Friday. And then the 4th of July, I mean, I was looking at baseball and I'm like, I don't know. It's just.
Right. There was 6 teams not playing.
Yeah, 6 teams not playing. I was just like, whatever. So,
right.
All right.
Anyway.
You can move it on, Domino.
All right. We will move on to this week's matchups. We will start with you and Max. We'll start off, come out fist flying right away. A 6-4 victory for you, buddy. But pretty close matchup.
I'm happy. I'm happy with the 6-4. I'm happy with that.
Pretty close matchup.
So you wait. I'm going to talk over you, Domino. I'm just going to get right into this. So you wait until week 14 to bring up Tatis Jr., right?
Yeah.
So like the whole time, like, hey, this guy's great. He's going to start for the Padres. He's a son of a Major League Baseball player. Dude is like a phenom, maybe like better than like, I mean, I saw some things that like, they redid the last, CBS redid the top first 2 rounds, and he was like number 17 or no 16. And well, you know what? We're gonna play Matt this week, and we're gonna play him.
Yeah, it's good. I had to get some more steals. I was worried about my steals.
And home runs and RBIs.
Oh, he did that too.
Yeah, it was great. He's a good player.
Double dog today.
Yeah, it's fucking great. He can get shoved in his ass.
Good offensive numbers from you, Max, but Maddie's pitching was the difference. But
I have an electric pitching staff. I have an electric pitching staff. I just want to let you know. It's terrible. It's probably the worst in the league.
I feel your pain. But solid numbers offensively, Max. 31 runs, 13 homers, 37 RBIs. A little low on your stolen bases, only 4 this week.
Only 4.
Yeah. But Maddie winning OBP again, at least 2 weeks in a row for you. So congratulations. Going from the last worst team in OBP to actually winning weeks now in OBP. So Maddie, nice pitching. 81 Ks, 6 saves, a whip of 0.86.
Whip is nasty.
And 7 quality starts. Outstanding.
My pitching staff is phenomenal.
And it costs you $6.
Yeah, it keeps going down. Every week it goes down.
Yeah. It costs me this much, then this much.
Yeah.
The league gave me money to take these players. Every team gave me $1 to take this player.
But it just, in that note, like I have talked about that where it was like $12. I think I don't even know if I have some of those guys left anymore. I just keep changing my pitching staff, keep looking at things. And I mean, I get a little lucky with who I pick up sometimes, but I just picked up Flaherty. I picked up Yu Darvish and Jose Quintana. And those 3 guys within the last, week or so, I like all of them. I really do. I think Yu Darvish is going to be up and down. I think Quintana is going to be up and down, but they got the upside. They've done it before. Like Ron Chandler said, if you've done something once, you have that trait in you and you can do it again. And Flaherty, I mean, I was listening to The Athletic the other day, and even after his bad start, drink. Even after his bad start, it was Eno Saris was talking. He goes, he would go out and go get Jack Flaherty, and I really like Didi Gregorius. I think some people say it doesn't. This is just nonsense, but I think he's playing for a contract here. I think he still wants to be a Yankee. But Jack Flaherty, I see he's a potential ace. He is what Bueller was last year. That's what I think of Jack Flaherty. And I got him, Yu Darvish, and Quintana. So I don't know. Is my pitching staff going to do this every week? Probably. You know, it may be a little better, but but I'm coming. I liked it a lot. So again, going back to my team, because that's all that matters. Is I had Alvarez couldn't even play in Colorado, so he had 2 days off there. Houston had another day off. I didn't have anybody playing. I said I only had one person playing on Monday. You had 4 or 5 guys going on Monday, Max. And like I didn't even have I didn't even have and then the Yankees were off 2 days. I didn't think I even had a RBI or a hit. VR got me a couple. I didn't have an RBI, I think, until Wednesday. So
yeah, you lost by 9. You lost by 9.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
But, good job with those stolen bases. You only got 4.
Well, it was enough to beat you.
Yeah.
I didn't want to use them all in 1 week.
Oh, I see. That's
I
good.
have a lot of control. I control those things. I move them around.
But 81 strikeouts is good for me.
There was 4 matchups this week that the stolen base was 4-2.
Yeah, I saw that. That's crazy.
So, anything else you want to say to Max?
No.
Before we move on?
I still beat him. It's fine.
Yes. All right.
I'm the 12th seed, by the way.
Yeah.
Barely beat me.
Good job wasting a half a year of eligibility on bringing Tatis up.
It doesn't matter.
I guess it does. It really does not matter. No, it does not.
I mean, after my first month, I was like, "What's the point? Maybe I should have brought him up."
But now that he was on the DL or IL for.
Yeah, he was up for like 6 weeks. Then he was then he was disabled, like on the IL for like a month and a half.
Yeah, he was.
Now I brought him up, and I just brought him up because of lack of contracts next year. Because I think Adele and Robert might be up this year. So
Adele might. He's playing tonight. Didn't he have a home run? No.
They both were. He got picked off. That was a really good showing for him.
Yeah.
Because he's going to steal them bases. Because
you need more of those guys.
Yes,
a lot more.
We'll move on to Chris and PJ. An upset win, I would say, for Chris. Close matchup. Runs, homers, RBIs, stolen bases, saves, and Ks were all pretty close. Runs, 2, home runs, 2, RBIs, 4, stolen bases, 2, saves, 1-0. They tied Ks 73.
That's crazy.
All these starts were.
Yeah, that is crazy.
So it was a very close matchup. Could have went either way. Chris mostly splitting it up. Good 35 runs, 12 homer, 37 RBIs, 73 Ks. And then PJ, 33 runs, 10 homers, 33 RBIs, 1 save with 73 Ks, and then 6 quality starts. So it's interesting that they're punting both of them punting saves. So
yeah. PJ emailed or texted me the other day. He's like, I'm thinking of adding another closer, and he's like, I don't even know what else he said. I'm like, yeah, I just traded you one. You want another one? I'm like, I'm not like handing out closers left and right. And he's like, I see you want starting pitchers. I'm like, I think that was like a month ago that I had that on the trading block. Way to pay attention. I'm like, I just acquired 3 starting pitchers over the last 2 weeks. But I don't know. I all I was gonna say was Josh Bell is fucking great. He destroyed the Cubs alone. He destroyed the Cubs.
Yeah.
8-5, 14-0, 375. He was just a beast. The Pittsburgh was hot. They were on fire. I think every day on the ballpark or on the field level it was 90 degrees plus. Yu Darvish said it was like one of the hottest times he's ever been in for a series. He said it was one of the hottest times he's ever been a part of. And then just kind of wanted Charlie Morton. I was dead wrong on him. I think from now on, I'm going to draft every pitcher from Tampa Bay and Houston. Just that's all I'm going to have is Houston and Tampa Bay pitchers on my team. PJ had Jay Bruce and Marcus Semien combined for 7, 6, 12, 0, and somewhere in the middle range of a 390 OBP. I'm sorry, those two guys aren't going to do that every week. So I don't know. Throughout the week, I don't know about you guys, but I look at the matchups all the time. I was looking at a lot of these different ones. Niz and Ken and Sean, I was looking at just because Ken was making fun of them, and then I was looking at everyone else's. But I don't think I looked at Chris and PJ's once. Like it just to me, I don't know why. I just like whatever. Like it was 5-4 or 4-4 or 5-5. I think the whole week, and I never really dove into it till now. Besides Josh Bell, but I don't know. Just these two guys are fighting for a playoff spot and didn't do much to help themselves.
No, they have not.
That's
Well,
an ugly
Chris
ERA.
made a trade.
Well, yeah, Chris picked up Carlos Santana, which helps him in the utility spot. I mean, I think Chris is doing small things, and his pitching staff is solid. I mean, 73 Ks this week. I mean, I think that's a number that he can consistently put up there.
I know he made that trade with you, Domino, and I get it, I guess, to the point, but so he still like I know Lowe went on the deal for him and he's got Eddie Rosario on the deal, whatever the fuck it is. But he still has Cesar Hernandez playing for him. And then half the time he's on the bench or he's not. I mean, the guy, I have no, why is he carrying this guy in his team? I still can't, I just baffles me. When he has he's got great guys for position, flexibility. I think Carlos Santana is a great pickup. I agree with Scotty. Sorry, Max. I agree with you, Max, on the whole thing with the pitching. I don't know how Matthew Boyd's still doing it, but whatever.
Well, he's going to get traded to Houston.
I don't know why he would though. I don't think they want him
because Detroit doesn't need him, and Detroit's going to get. I think he moves. He moves.
Yeah. I don't think he does. I really don't think he does. They get him. He's cheap. He's like dirt cheap too. I mean, they would have to give up like a lot, like Tucker plus.
Yeah, but then again, if he moves, I mean, Boyd is still a strong pitcher. I mean,
yeah, I agree. No, he is.
He can still get Ks and a low WHIP or a low ERA. I mean, it is what it is. I think no matter who he plays for, he's got Chris is fine. He doesn't need a.
Yeah.
I don't get the Cesar Hernandez thing either, but Chris is fine.
I think his pitching. He's got some solid offensive pieces for sure, but he can always make a little improvements. He needs saves and stolen base guys, but I think a lot of teams need that. It seems like everyone. We'll get to that later. You can just talk about that, but I feel like a lot of people have that market kind of cornered there. So
just want to tell PJ, good job for picking up Ross Stripling again. 4 innings, 3 Ks, and an 8.31 ERA with the 1.38 WHIP. Good job.
You're paying for him for what? 2 more years?
Just 1 more year. It's only $1. Shut up.
Okay.
I got what I needed to get out of him.
You did. All right, we will move on to Niz and Memo, the recently buyer, now seller. Next week we'll be buying again. Memo. Memo made it close today. I know Niz was up pretty big all week. Memo's offense took care of it, but it came down to Niz's pitching, and Memo lost pitching. Lost all 5 categories. He lost all 5 categories of pitching. Again, so I guess he should be selling, but pretty boring offensive numbers for Niz. Other than runs, 9 homers, 29 RBIs, solid OBP of 344, but only 4 saves for him. But it was enough to beat Memo, and 58 Ks to beat Memo, and 5 quality starts. So it was just good enough to beat Memo, I guess.
Yeah, Devers was good for him again this week. He's kind of been the guy that's been there most of the years, most of the week from the traded with you, Max.
Yeah, so I trade away Puig and he blows up.
Yeah, he did. He had a good
blew
week.
Up the last couple of weeks before this, but he hit 4 home runs this week.
2.
This week, 4.
Did he not play it for them all then? Because
I didn't think maybe he played them all.
We only had 2 homers. He didn't.
He only had 2, 3, 2, 5 for him this week.
I think he hit, unless I traded him like one day.
No, he had 3 home runs in this week. The week that we played from. Oh no, when was the second? Was that Sunday?
That was this week. He started on the first.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah. So the first he I don't know. Evidently he didn't play him either on the 6th.
Well, we traded on the first. It went through on the second.
Oh, so he probably didn't play him
So
then.
I might have got him. I might have got a home run off of him this week.
Okay. So, but yeah, he did well for him. It was a big reason why he won.
Tommy Estella did well for him too.
Yeah.
Fouled the
Yeah.
ball off and broke his leg.
Hey, man. Whatever.
I'm sorry. I couldn't.
Sean traded for a guy with cancer. Sean's we should be laughing about that, but I mean, you can't control those things. Tommy Estella was a great second baseman,
Yes.
He's hurt. He's out for like 8 weeks.
and he's going to be great when he comes back. He's going to be fantastic when he comes back, just in time for the playoff run.
I don't think anybody's. I'm never going to trade with you ever again. I think if the second time I make a trade for you, either whoever you're going to give me is either going to be hurt or I'm going to give you too much. I think.
I'm cursed. I'm cursed.
But like curse for the person who's trading with you. You're not. You're like you're a new horse.
Have you seen my lineup at sometimes? It's BTD all the time.
Yeah. It's, but I'm not going to get too much into this because I'm going to talk about it later. But there was at least 1, 2, 3 times that Memo could have played people, and he could have either won or tied 4-4-2 or won 6-4. So I'm not going to go too much into that. But Memo, I mean, Niz, I don't know. You got a little closer, I guess. So
Yeah. So
you look. Jimenez did good. 2 home runs, 5 RBIs.
He jacked one. He had 2.
Oh yeah.
That one was foul ball was amazing. He killed them. He hit the one to dead center. He's a stud. So we split with your Cubbies again. But we will move on to Ken and Sean. Sean again almost gets lucky. Again, Ken not rolling over. An upset win for Kenny for sure. I know runs and stolen bases were close, but
look at Matt's thrown away pitching staff on Ken's team. Just stupid. Matt is so good.
Ken has.
He's not around to hear me. But
yeah,
Matt is so good at this pitching thing that he's basically rebuilt Ken's rotation. It's
yes. And every week he'll come on and he'll tell you how great.
He'll tell you how great it was. Yeah, it's fantastic.
They tied runs. Then he had 7 quality starts, a whip of 1.03, 50 Ks, no saves, but a nice upset win for him. Not good for Sean. A little low on his Ks, 61. I think he had 80, something like that last week. 4 quality starts. Only 4 homers, 25 RBIs. That's not very, very productive. I know Yelich got banged up at the end of the week, but we shall see.
Yeah, a shockingly quiet week, even for just in general with how the balls, just the juice ball. 4 home runs that might be one of the lowest totals all year.
Yeah, Brian, have 4 homers this week. It's pretty crazy to think with the juice ball area, as you said. But, as Max, when we were saying how you built Ken's starting pitching, 7 quality starts, you got him. So nice job, Matty, building Ken's pitching staff.
I mean, it's got to the point where half this league just sucks. So all I'm doing is picking up players and trading to them, so it's better. And it's a more, even playing field for myself.
Yeah, it's got to be what it is.
Yeah, you're such a great man, Robin Hood.
Ken had 4 home runs in week 5, and Niz had 4 home runs in week 2. So that was another 4 home run week. It's pretty sad. Pretty sad with the ball we have right now.
Yeah.
I mean, Sean's team, I don't know if you guys talked about it, but this is a couple of weeks in a row that, we've talked about he's gotten lucky, but, again, we keep telling you his strikes are there. I know he's going to have some strikeouts. He's got a lot of pitchers, but I don't know. team is in first place, and I know Max has got a spreadsheet that he shares me and you, Domino, and it's legit to this point in time. But I don't know. I'm not saying it's going to be there. I'm not sure. I mean, he's definitely going to be there in the end. I'm not too scared of his team, I guess.
No, I think it's a ghost team that you kind of described beginning of the season. It's, you can see it.
That was Miz's team I described as a ghost team.
Yeah, he has some scary parts, but you can see through it, I think.
I love how the picture that he wanted from Scotty Canning has been like lit up twice now. And the two guys that I gave him post quality starts, 6+ strikeouts with a minuscule ERA and whip. My God, I gave way too much for that fucking trade.
Yeah, that was stupid, man. You should have gone with my.
Well, you waited forever. Like
you were drunk, and I didn't wait that long.
Yeah, you were drunk and had like.
It was like 20 minutes. It was 20 minutes.
Those are both factually correct.
I thought last night was going to happen when you that shit face and you're telling everyone you want to make a trade and sending selfies of yourself.
You got sober up really quick when like the kids are running around each other and then they kind of like collide like this, and you got to be like sobered up like quick as shit because you don't know if you have to go to the hospital. But I didn't, and I kept drinking.
as a relief. Oh,
and then I stayed up and watched Black Hawk Down and drank like a half a bottle of whiskey.
Wow. Good times at the lake.
Yeah.
All right, we'll move on to Scotty and Dave. Move Scotty into first place now. What we expected, but runs and RBIs were close. That's RBIs 34-31, homers 10-12, runs RBIs 31-30. Could have been close, but it was all Scotty. His pitching was the major difference. 8 stolen bases. That's up with Max's territory there.
Yeah, I traded him some stolen bases.
And then 6 saves for Scotty. I think he rebounded. I think he had 1 last couple weeks. So his guys got some saves. Only 3 quality starts, 52 Ks, but 34 runs, 31 RBIs, 8 stolen bases. So 9-1 victory for Scotty over Dave.
Yeah, I like the name Matt the Carpenter versus Bob the Rebuilder. I thought it was cute and clever.
I sent him Conan the Destroyer like on Tuesday, and then got silence. It's a movie, Conan the Avenger. Yeah,
I got it.
Then I thought, oh well, Matt the Carpenter is on his team, but
yeah, it was good. I liked it a lot. I think it was one of the better ones versus the name that Dave did. And Bob, I still like Bob the Rebuilders. Like these team names are great. I like them a lot. But I love how he picks up Chu, and he does 2 stolen bases, 3, 1, 2, and anybody could have had him. That's awesome. Elvis Andrus, literally the guy that he traded him, is now back on my team on a 3-year deal. Good job, Ken. You're a dumbass. But Dave still got some good pieces. I don't know how Dansby Swanson's doing this. Like I guess it's legit. I was listening to one of the podcasts on the Athletic, Drink Again, and Matthew Modica and DVR were doing a over-under for Roto Stats for Dansby Swanson for the rest of the year. I don't know. Do you guys, any of you believe in Dansby Swanson when he was a first-round draft? He was 1-1, wasn't he, in 2016 or 7? Yeah, he was 1-1, wasn't he? Dansby Swanson was drafted first round by the Arizona Diamondbacks, and then he got traded to Atlanta for like a bag of peanuts and like 4 loose balls, right? It was something crazy like that. But Dansby Swanson, rest of the year, real fast. So 38 runs, over under.
What's he got now?
That's a good question.
I'll go over. Their offense is
for
pretty
Atlanta.
legit.
Yeah.
Their offense is pretty legit.
And he bats pretty high in the lineup.
He bats second, like consistently.
Yeah.
Home runs, he's got 17 right now, 12 over and under for the rest of the season.
Under.
Yeah, under.
And then RBIs, he's got 57 right now, 38 over under.
Over.
Yeah.
You're going to go under on 12 home runs, but over on 58 RBIs, batted in the 2-hole?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
stolen bases, he's got 7. over under 4.5.
Who knows?
Under.
It's stolen bases, dude.
I'm just saying, like, no one wanted this guy. Sean picked him up randomly and traded him away for a guy that he got that's on the DL and still hasn't, or the IL hasn't done anything. He had Javier Baez, he traded away. I mean, and this guy is just, he's like, he's got to be legit. I actually asked Dave, I sent him a trade. He never got back to me. But I was dead fucking wrong on that guy again, too. Another guy I'm dead fucking wrong on.
Well, it's
God
like
damn
one of
it.
those, it's like a post-hype prospect. I mean, eventually they're going to come around.
Not always.
Well, I mean, the Braves have been able to sit on him. Like they just broke out last year, so they were able to sit on him. Like these other teams that, like the Yankees, if you don't come up and perform, they're going to send you back down because it's their time. Same with Houston. That's why they haven't brought up Kyle Tucker. You got to come up and perform. Yonder Alonso, if he didn't hit 3 home runs in his first week, they might have sent him back down. It's just how it is.
I mean, yeah, yes and no. I mean, if you look at what's his name, they didn't send what's his name down when he was struggling. He struggled right away. Houston, Bregman, he was horrible.
But they weren't a World Series team at that point.
At that point, yeah.
So they can be patient.
I guess.
But once
What
you're
about- I mean,
contending, if your
I think
prospects don't come up and perform, you give them everyday playing time down in the minors.
I mean, that's certain teams' philosophy. Look at Kingery. I mean, they signed him to a.
That's injuries. That's injuries, though.
But they signed him to that contract in the beginning of the season last year.
Yeah, but they thought he'd play more. He didn't play well.
So they sat him on the bench.
Look at Eloy. They're going to let Eloy continue to play, and let him figure this out at the major league level. But if they were the Cubs wouldn't do that, they would have sent him back down by now.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah, very true. And then we will move on to the last matchup. Myself and Drew. Drew put me out of my misery finally, thinking I have a bubble team. Home runs, RBIs, and Ks were close. But all Drew, kind of a weak offensive numbers for us compared to what we normally have. I only had 35 runs this week, 8 homers, 29 RBIs. Had 2 stolen bases this week compared to last week of 0. 5 quality starts. I had 5 pitchers go today. So
there's a lot of pitchers that everyone had to go today because I was looking at these Ks like the last couple, yesterday, and I was like, everyone was really low on Ks, and today, man, it just got blown up for a lot of people.
Yeah, solid numbers for Drew. 43 runs, 11 homers, 30 RBIs, 6 saves, 62 Ks. A little low on the quality of starts, but yeah, he improved his status in the playoff ranks, I guess. Or separated themselves.
Drew's got a good team.
Yes.
I was looking at it. I mean, he's got a lot of money invested into it, especially next year. He's got a good team.
Oh my God, does he?
Okay.
I mean, he's going to have $8 to draft with, I think.
So we're at the All-Star break.
Yes.
No, we're not.
So what are we saying? It's Scotty, it's Sean, it's me, it's Drew, and then after that, is it just anybody else? And I'm not trying to. I'm really not. I'm not saying I'm better than everyone. I'm not even saying that.
Who did you say again?
Drew, Scott.
Drew.
It's Scott, Sean, me, and Drew, and then everyone else. I honestly don't see anybody else participating in this after the 4 of us. Come playoff time. Like I am like I was just looking at it the other day, and if you just went to like the league and just look at the leaderboard, I mean people are gonna win. I understand that, but I mean PJ's at 5th place, and he's under 500, and then 6th place was Niz. Before this, before we started this week, he's at 60 and 63 and 7. He's at 488. I mean, besides me and Scott, I mean, in our league, it's ridiculous. And then Sean and Drew are, they're making cases for themselves alone. And with Drew's, whomping on Dom and Sean's a little bit of a mediocreness, it's going to be closer. So, I mean, it was very close to the last couple of weeks, I think, or maybe the last like 6 weeks. But now our our 4 teams, or these 4 teams, Sean, Drew, me, and Scotty, have just so. I mean, it's ridiculous. Like, give it another like 2 or 3 weeks, and PJ and whoever else is in 6th place, or Chris or Niz. I mean, they're going to be 30, 40 games out of 1st place, and they're going to be in 6th place and 5th place.
But I think if Chris gets in, he can still do damage. If Chris has to get in, he will get in.
I mean, as right now, he's sitting on the outside even after this week, I think. I looked at it.
I think they still have 2 more months. I think of Chris, PJ, and Niz. I think Chris has the best of those 3.
Yeah, I would put Chris in with the 4 that you listed. I just think his team's good enough.
I don't know. Maybe so.
I mean, and he's also got.
Niz is going to be the low man out.
He's got 3 more weeks to buy whatever's left off of these teams like mine. These scraps.
I guess. We will see. We will see. Yeah, I mean, he's got room. His bench is full of people I would not want on it. So, well, that's not true.
Well, that wraps up the week 14 for us. We will move on to Max's guest topic.
Wait, real fast. Just going to throw it out there, beer of the week. I went back to the 1056 Brewing Company in Knox, Indiana. They had their 1-year festival. It was kind of fun. A bunch of hillbilly Indiana people for the most part.
Has he been watching our podcast?
He said he did not, so I felt bad. But this is it's called Space Force, and it is a New England style IPA with a tang. It actually was brewed with tang.
Like the space tang?
Yeah, like the space tang. And it's got this, it's really different, I guess. I'm like, I'll try it. I had 2 of them there, and I had a different one, a pineapple chamomile IPA. But it's not bad. It's cold. I had it, and it was hotter than shit on Friday, I think, or Saturday. But it was fun. It's a cool place. Really cool place. If you're ever in the middle of nowhere in Indiana and you find yourself in Knox, I would check it out. But it was really cool. He literally was brewing it, and he didn't know what to do. He wanted to do a New England IPA. He said he walked in the kitchen, he opened the cabinet, and the first thing he saw was the tang. He's like, I'm going to put that in it. And he went and brewed it with that. That was the other question I was going to say. Why do you even have that?
It's delicious. It's like Kool-Aid. I put some grape Kool-Aid in my beer.
But to Max.
Yeah. All right. So
what are we talking about?
Well, there's a couple things. Like I've heard my team be called unlucky, so I did a little research into that. I think I'm going to postpone that until next week. But I've also heard a lot of conversation about steals and my love for steals. And I just don't understand how it's any different than saves, and how a lot of teams like Scotty has a 4 or 5 closers. There's a couple other people out there with like 4 or 5 Matt, you have 4 closers on your team, right?
3. I traded one to PJ. He might get another one later, but I don't know.
And then and you see saves swing just as much as stolen bases. So just why would I? I have the 2 leading guys. I have the 2 guys that have the most steals in the majors right now, and I get it that they don't bring a lot of other things to the table. But what else does a closer bring to the table?
Whip.
ERA. Couple strikeouts.
But they're only throwing a couple innings.
Well, it matters if you got 3 or 4 of them on your team.
Yeah,
I mean,
but how is it not just the same crapshoot? Like Scotty had six saves this week. He had 2.
Well, here, I mean, you put a spreadsheet together for us, and I talked over you. Sorry, but that's just what happens. You have 90 stolen bases. I don't know when is this up to date from last week or
it's this week. It's this week.
All right. So you have 90 stolen bases, and then stolen base. Once you steal a base, like Scotty says, you got to get on base to steal a base.
Yeah.
So you got an OBP that's in the 332s, right? I have 42 stolen bases. I have an OBP in the 333s. So we're identical. I mean, essentially just identical right there. But you have 50 more stolen bases. So a stolen base is only going to get you a stolen base. Move over to the saves. You have 38. I have 66. Yet my ERA and WHIP are far superior to your ERA and WHIP.
but my starters suck.
Well, they do, but also too, you can play with the saves. You can play with pitchers more so than you can with stolen base guys.
Kimbrel got blown up on Monday, right?
But he also got me a save. He got blown up twice this week, but then he also got me a save later on.
So he doesn't hurt or help your ratios.
But he got me a save.
Yeah, just like Malik Smith didn't got me 2 stolen bases.
I mean,
he didn't hurt me anywhere else.
Yeah, I guess, but he's also but whatever.
Just going back to what you were saying.
Wait, hold on. The stolen bases that I think you value stolen bases more because you won't trade anything for them. Like, I mean, I've tried to get
because the rest of my team doesn't have any steals. Like if you look at Scotty's team,
but you have 90. You have 90 stolen bases. Like I know Drew and Scott,
but it's week to week.
I know, but I mean, you also have 161 home runs.
If it was season long, I would sell some of my steals at this point. But it's not season long roto. So you need that. I think steals are more predictable than even a save.
Why won't you sell Javier Baez?
What kind of question is that?
Offshoot random question. But no, I mean, we can let Dom talk on this too a little bit. But I mean, I don't think I've ever compared saves and stolen bases, so this is a little weird one for me. I was only saying that like. I don't think a stolen base is worth as much as a home run is. I think home runs and stolen bases is what I've compared in the past, and I'm like pretty sure on that. And I mean, just looking at home runs and what you get from a home run, especially in this era of baseball, it's crazy. And I don't think that stolen bases are. I don't think teams are stealing that many bases anymore. I mean, Kansas City is doing it. But I just don't think that they're worth that much anymore.
Yeah, I'm just saying the predictability of it. So
of a stolen base?
It's just as predictable as a save. And I think people carry just as many players on their team.
No way it's not predictable. You couldn't even.
Then why are there such swings in saves? Like there are in stolen bases.
The opportunity of a save versus what the predictability of an opportunity for a save is more predictable than any the predictability of a stolen base, because there's certain teams that just don't steal bases.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
There's also teams that don't have closers.
But they still get saves.
But who's going to get them?
Well, that's a different question.
So you're investing even more roster spots. You're investing even more roster spots to get saves. I'm investing 2 roster spots to get steals. Some people are investing 4
guys on your team that get stolen bases. You have 4 guys on your team that get stolen bases.
Yes. But look at Scotty has 5 people that get stolen bases. That's why he has even larger swings.
Correct. And also too, because he has a team that is the most inconsistent in stolen bases is the Texas Rangers. They will literally steal, like they'll give Elvis Andrus the green light when he wants it. Like, just guess how many times Elvis Andrus has stolen home this year.
It's like 3, but he steals in bunches. I get it.
Yeah, but that's the thing. He steals in bunches, and it is what it is. Where your guys are very. They're just on teams that steal bases, I guess, is kind of what I'm saying. And I mean, I don't know. I'm not saying it hurts you or it doesn't hurt you. I guess more or less what I'm saying is that you value them more because of the trades that I've tried to make with you, I guess, and you just value them, I guess, more.
Well, I value Mondesi because he's more than just a base stealer. He also has 50 RBIs this year.
Correct. And I think, so here, these are the guys that are going to get you stolen bases. Mondesi, Tatis, and I think all of these guys I'm going to name are Mondesi, Tatis are all 20 guys plus. Malik Smith, those are all 20 plus stolen base guys.
Well, I just called up Tatis.
But in general, I'm just saying, like he's a 20 plus stolen base guy easily. All those guys are. And then on top of it, I think you got a good handful of guys that could get you 10. Like even Bellinger. He had 10. Didn't he have 10 last year? I'm almost positive he did. Yeah. And then I don't know. I think Baez has a chance. He's a 10 stolen base guy too. So,
but again, if it was week to week, because we're week to week, you have to have the players that are not guaranteed steals, but more likely to accumulate steals in a week, not randomly do it. And I think that saves are just as random. You can have a guy that gets 3 saves in a week and then 0 the next week. But invest more, but you're investing more roster spots into it. That's all. That's why I value Malik Smith. And you've never made an offer for Malik Smith, by the way.
I've asked about him. Yeah, I have. I'm pretty sure I have. I have time to go back to my phone, but I have. But so do you think one's more valuable than the other?
I think having one player on your team that you know is going to get you a steal or 2 a week is just as valuable or more valuable than having 2 or 3 closers that you think will get you 1 or 2 closes a week. Again, it's about roster allocation.
But like I still, yeah, I guess. I mean, we have so many pitching spots now that it doesn't even matter. Like I've been carrying 3 or 4 closers almost the whole season, and I'm still having 7 or 8, starters just because I can rotate them in and out, and then I leave my bench.
And again, that goes to like figuring out the league a little bit more. This is my 2nd season, and I'm doing terrible. But it's like we have daily moves.
So you're still better than Pete.
But we have daily moves. So that, like, if we didn't have daily moves, then you would have to lock your rosters. But we have daily moves. And then we also, we do have a lot of pitching spots. Like, I think that there's a lot of pitching. You're allowed to have a lot of pitchers in your lineup as opposed to the balance of how many hitters you're allowed to have in your lineup.
Yep. Well, and that's another reason we added the extra utility too this year to kind of balance that out.
So it's just, again, I think for me, it's about like the reason that I value the 2 guys that I have that I know are going to get steals is because it's more of a guarantee. Mondesi didn't steal a base this week. So, but there's plenty of closers that didn't have a save this week either. You all right?
Yeah, give me a second. Keep talking though.
That's all I had to say, really.
I think you're right. I think the stolen bases you get runs. Typically, you'll have runs, and obviously OBP it's gonna help that area where where saves is gonna also help. Hopefully ERA and WHIP if they don't get blown up.
Yeah, but even if they do, like it's 3 innings. 3 innings. Right. If you amass how many innings? Look at how many innings were pitched this week. Like Matt had like almost 80 innings pitched. His closers didn't affect his ratios.
Right.
Just like, I guess, like that's why a Billy Hamilton's bad because he does affect your OBP a little bit more. But that's why I value Malik Smith and, well, I thought Mondesi would have a better OBP this year. They don't impact the ratio as bad as the Billy Hamilton, like the classic Billy Hamilton where he's a 200 average type guy. So that was my point. It's just about just the size of the roster and kind of being able to lock down a category without having 3 or 4 people committed to it. So
I feel like teams have the stolen bases, and then the other teams have like the save guys. So
yeah.
It's definitely the market is definitely cornered with those 2 categories. I feel like.
What do you think is cheaper, steals or saves then in the draft, and then throughout the season, just in general?
Steals.
Steals are cheaper. I don't. It depends. A 20 steal guy, I think, is cheap, but I think a 60 steal guy is expensive. Trey Turner, he's expensive. He's not stealing bases, but he's expensive.
Well, he also got hurt, so I mean that's. One in its own.
Whitfield, he's expensive.
And Malik Smith, no one knew he was going to play until he didn't start stealing bases until
he came back up.
Yeah,
came back up. Since he's been back up, he's been amazing.
Yeah, I think the only guy on your team that was predictable at the beginning of the season was Mondesi.
I knew Malik Smith was going to steal bases. Just like D. Gordon. I knew D. Gordon was going to steal bases. It's Seattle started out strong, but I think they were very similar to the Royals when it comes to the idea that they were going to be running this year.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
All right. Anything else, Max?
Nope,
Or
nothing
you
else.
got stuff? Any trades you got?
A trade? You want to talk about that?
When did you want to do it?
We can do it right now. So I'm gonna put through a trade right now, and Matt can critique it. Want to do that?
Sounds good.
All right.
We're
let's
actually
go ahead.
making a trade on the show.
Unlike
week.
last week where we didn't get to do that. All right, Matt. Let's see if you can critique this one. I just accepted it.
Just accepted it, and I will go to my team, and I will see that there's a pending trade between Ron Burgundy and Magic Max Smalls, and I'm gonna. Where I want to go? Hold on, wait. Jose Abreu and Santana for what? Are you fucking kidding me? How much are you giving them? That's the trade?
Read the note.
I can't read the note in this thing.
Okay, open up your. I'm giving him Keston Hira.
Oh, all right. It's not bad.
And I'm giving Max $1 too.
So I can get another catcher because my catcher's trash.
You pull the memo.
Shut up. Yeah.
What are you gonna do with Abreu though? He's only this year.
Yeah. I'm hoping to flip him maybe.
To who?
I don't know. We'll see. He's doing all right now.
He's doing good. And I will not. I think he's gonna get traded, but yeah, I like Santana a lot. I was huge on Santana coming into this year, and I mean I think me and Dom we are the only two the last two guys kind of going at him on the draft.
How did you get him for $2 then?
I said 1, he said 2, and that was it.
You're really in on it. You're pot committed. You're pot committed at $2.
Yeah. I mean, we talked about it afterwards too. I think it was I actually asked you for him right after the draft.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, I don't want to do it. I was like, all right, whatever. But no, that's a good player. Is it 3 years or 2 years you got him for?
I got him next year.
Yeah. Hold on a second here. So,
I mean, Keston Hira is starting to steal bases, and it's really bothering me.
I know. No shit. Just curious then. So, I offered you Miguel Andujar an open AAA spot and either Garrett Hampson, which I already dropped, which I just but it wasn't Garrett Hampson.
I sent Dom a text that said Matt just made me an offer. I like his better.
He did.
So the open AAA, Miguel Andujar, and then it would have been Ulises Arias from San Diego, both 3-year guys. So 2 3-year guys at $1, and open year AAA for Keston Hira.
But let's talk about the deal that we have going.
I don't know if I want to do that deal. The guy, it's like I'm giving up Andujar, who I know is going to be the third baseman next year because they're probably going to get rid of DD, and then what's the name will switch from third to short. So I got the Yankees third baseman for the next couple of years at $1. This guy, hopefully he comes up this year, and it's after the All-Star break. And I just saw something on Twitter that'd probably be like the second or third week, and I got saves wrapped up. I mean, I have 3 guys, and I got a couple of bucks. I can go get a save. So, I mean, that trade is so far like you would have to sweeten that trade, I think, for it to happen.
Yeah,
and
basically, brought it up.
I know, I did. But I guess personally, I like Santana a lot.
Yeah,
he's $2 at 2 years, giving up Keston Hira. I mean,
but I have a logjam in the middle. I have a logjam in the middle of the field. I'm good there.
Yeah, I guess personally, I would have went with the.
And I really feel like I can flip Abreu. I'm letting everybody know that watches the podcast.
You can do that, then it's not too bad.
So when you texted me, Max, telling me Max, you like Maddie's deal, I texted Maddie saying, "Hey, I heard you got it." And he goes, "Of course." And then he sends me what he was going to send you. He goes, "Well, make me a trade. I'll give you those players, and then you could trade those players I just gave you to Max."
Well, I didn't say it like that. All I said was Max likes these players, and maybe you can get Keston Hira for them.
So what did you want from Dom?
I wanted Machado.
Grandal.
I've been trying to get Machado from I think week 3 from him.
Machado,
whatever.
not
Fucking
Manchado.
name. Now that looks like that's not going to happen. So, well, I know he's got Casemiro. You could trade Machado.
He's kind of expensive. He's what, $48 next year?
38.
38? No, that's good.
It's,
I was like a week too late because I think Dom would have done Hira and somebody else for Machado.
Yeah, he texted me like one morning, and then I didn't hear back from him for
stupid
he texted
work
me that night, and then I didn't hear from him.
Yeah, but I think I could have had Machado if I would have been a little more proactive. Oh well.
Yeah.
That's baseball.
All right, I'm glad we got that done, Max. It's been a long time in the making.
Yes.
So
hey, and Eovaldi is on the market. Abreu's on the market.
Grandal, Chris Davis is on the market. Grandal is on the market. So just on
you want the world for for Grandal.
Best catcher in baseball.
No, he's not.
Rank wise.
I don't think that's even true.
It's positional scarcity. It's positional scarcity, Matt.
Yeah, I'm not saying he said the best. He's not the best. He's probably third best.
Rank wise.
I would disagree with that because I looked it up the other day.
Plays for a ball club too.
He does.
Anyway,
he does.
We will move on to let's go. Get in the box. Maddie, go get him.
So I was thinking about this one, and like actually a couple of weeks ago, I was like, nothing's really pissed me off lately. And then Grandal is number 1. Wow, what the fuck?
Thanks.
I
disagree with that. He may be the number 3. Oh wait, he is number 1 ranked.
I like that you're going about on the podcast instead of like on the message board. That's great.
So I felt like if I was gonna get mad at something, I had to be consistent about it. And I got a text from Max and Dom earlier today about the podcast, talking about some notes and things like that. And I'm gonna go at it. Like I talked about Chris not managing his team, Memo not managing his team, and other people Ken and blah 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 blah. And we talked about it. But Memo, I mean, there's been times when I've said that Memo bought this pitching staff, and that was his strategy. You know what? I am 100% not concerned, I guess, but like he knew what the good pitchers were, and I think he just got pitchers that are good pitchers, and it's very easy to do. It's not hard. These are the good pitchers. Over the years, he bought the guys that are good pitchers. I am pretty sure he has no strategy whatsoever. He doesn't take any real time or effort into actually looking at what to do on a week-to-week basis. He was just on a podcast that said he was going to make a trade and was at Niz's house. Again, this is just my more personal like podcasting ideas about what I want from a guest, and what I would like. But, Memo's like, oh, I'm going to go to Niz's house. I'm going to be there for 7 hours. And, I know he was doing other things there. No big deal. But it's like, that's not what this is about. This is about me and Dom and some other, person from the show, at their house late at night talking about, fantasy baseball. But he was at Niz's house and, they didn't make a trade, which is fine, I guess. It's just weird. And
I made a trade.
Yeah, you made a trade. And then he doesn't make a trade. And I knew he wasn't going to make a trade. And who tells everyone to send me their best offers? Dude, you're not going to get the best offer. That's just – no one's going to send you the best offer. The guy sitting next to you who was sucking your dick earlier didn't send you the best offer. So in this week, so he says, I'm not going to make an offer. I'm going to bring up Eloy. He doesn't even know how to bring up Eloy Jimenez. I even said, hey, I send him a text. I'm like, dude, you need to send a post on the message board that says this is what it is. Max did it not a day earlier for Tatis Jr. Look on your app. Open it up. Whoa, look what Max did. He did it. Ken to this day still can't get the fucking thing right, how to post. It's not that hard. It's not hard. I mean, doesn't Memo and Ken don't they work in like technology? Like technology is what they do for a living, right? Yes. And they can't even get it. Or you're just that fucking lazy. I mean, there's got to be a list of people who want to kick out of the league, and Memo and Ken are at the fucking top of it. At this point, I want to let Pete back in. He might have something to play for. He's got 3 kids. Maybe he wanted, maybe he can, bond with them over fantasy baseball. I have no idea. As I drink more Tang. So, Memo, Adam Eaton or Chris Taylor, he sat them on Tuesday. He could have played them. Did not play Edwin, Turner, or Taylor on Thursday. So he made up a lineup switch somewhere from Tuesday to Wednesday and then didn't make anything on Thursday. Taylor, Goodman, and Eaton all sat on Saturday, which they could have played. So I said this earlier, but Memo, I was looking at a little bit more, and it looks like there's a good chance he would have won 6-4. So he says that he's going to make a trade, doesn't make a trade. Then he's going to call up Eloy and he's going to go for it, but then he doesn't do what he needs to do to go for it. And I make a joke about this, and that I'm giving people players so they're better, so I can compete with it. And I think me and Scott talk about this a lot. Last time we went to a ball game, and I do want people to be just more competitive. I just don't understand this. I put a lot of heart and time and stuff into this league, and there's another league that I'm in with Scott and the CVS league that I don't. I'm like, honestly, I've been slacking a lot in that league, and I feel like if there was a podcast on that league, that I would be the Memo or Ken of that league, and I feel bad because I love fantasy baseball. That league is just harder for me to pay attention to because it's a week-to-week roto, and the lineup changes you have to do. Like, now I should go online right now after this and do them, and then you don't do anything. You just sit there for a week and you just hope your guys do well, I guess. I can't wrap my head around that. It's been tough. It's been tough with that. I don't know why. I'm maybe not good at roto in a week-to-week setting, but I've always liked day-to-day stuff, and the day-to-day is easier for me to manipulate and play with and things like that. But I am the Memo and Ken of that other league. And as much as I say bad shit about these guys in this league, I can a little bit understand it, I guess, because in that other league, I'm them. But at least I'm trying that league. And the reason I'm not doing well in that league, I feel like it's just the way that the league is. Not because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So that's my rant for the week, if you will. I get in the fucking box. Memo, get in the box. I offered Memo a trade. He asked me what he wanted for Pete Alonso. I said all 3 of his starting pitchers. That's what I would want for Pete Alonso. If he wants to make a trade, go for it. He says he's going to make a trade today, and he did
offer, Matt.
And Dom, he offered you a guy for your guy, right?
No, he just posted on the Mets board that he was going to send me something, but never sent me anything.
Well, that's the thing. It's just like there's this whole like, you need to announce trades and you need to announce that you're selling, or you need to reach out to everybody. And it's kind of like, if you want to sell a guy, reach out and sell him.
I mean, like, I'm not gonna lie. I did the same thing. It was yesterday. I was drunk and drinking, and I got some trades. I got some horrible trades. I love how PJ asked me if Rhys Hoskins was available. Are you an idiot? Have I tried to trade him to everybody? Haven't I? Yes. I feel like I have.
You've been on this podcast screaming that you're offering him to everyone.
And you know what? I actually got a good trade. I was actually really thinking about it until fucking kids ran into each other and I had to go deal with that crap. But Drew sent me a trade. I was like thinking about really, really hard. Like I went into the bathroom and took a piss and then sat there for like a minute and just like was like thinking about it. Like, I'm going to do this. I am going to do this. I sent the trade to Max, I think, and Scott and someone else. No, I think it was just you two. But
flags fly forever, dude.
What?
Flags fly forever.
Yeah, they do. I feel like maybe I don't know. I Drew. It was a great trade. I'm sorry I couldn't pull it. I got a little sober, so.
Yeah, if you were seventh, I would have done it. I wouldn't do it from 4 or 3.
Yeah. Well, Rhys Hoskins for sale. So if anybody's listening, they want to do it, we can do it. Just last note, trade deadline is the 14th. I know we're going over to Scotty's house for a little fantasy football summer meetings, I guess, if you want to call it that. Maybe we can make some trades there. But otherwise than that, we can move on to the end of the podcast, buddy.
All right, we'll move on to the this week's 10-day
this
week.
Yeah, 10-day week.
10-day week. So you got the 3 days this week, and then you get the full week next week. So we should see some really crazy K numbers from you, like in the hundreds, probably, and quality starts probably maybe double digits. We'll start off with me and Max, 2 teams playing for next year. I think it should be a close matchup. I like my pitching over yours. I like your offense over mine. I'm guessing a 5-5 tie.
5-5 works for me.
0-0. 0-0-10.
All ties.
0-0-10.
Hey, set your whole roster down.
I hope both of you get like negative somehow.
Hey, just bench everybody, Dom. Let's go 0-0-10.
Well, I can't. We have to set our offense, or I'll have to find us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, do that. I'd love to find both of you. That'd be great.
Dom can't afford it. I can.
Yes.
I get 5-5 tie. I could give a shit about either one of your teams.
All
Thanks.
right. We'll move on to another.
Quit asking me for my players then.
Yeah, stop asking me for my player. All right. We'll move on to Maddie versus Niz. This should be a good week of smack talk for 2 weeks.
He's got the best pitching staff ever.
It does. It should be 2 weeks of fun, joy. Listen, you two can't call each other out. If Niz makes a move, he might be able to compete with you, but I think your pitching is going to be the difference in this. I got you winning 6-4.
Yeah. I got myself 7-3.
Yeah, same thing. 7-3.
All right, we will move on to Chris and Sean. I want to say Chris, but he's going to give up stolen bases and saves, and he's going to keep it from blowing out this week. It's probably going to be closer to a 5-5 tie. Chris should easily be winning this thing 7-3, but it's probably going to be a 5-5 tie.
Yeah, I was getting 5-5 tie, the same that you were thinking on that one. It's weird. It's a weird week. I don't know. There's things that could really swing it, and those first 3 days back, it seems like, again, like anybody that's not playing the All-Star game is like a superstar, like Mad Max, for example. I understand. I mean, it's a little different. His kid was born, so he was on the bereavement list, and then he pitched, and then now he's not going to pitch. He's going to come back and pitch. So, like, he's going to have 2 starts, and, we're not talking about those teams. I don't know. It's a 5-5 tie is fine. It's a tough week to decide. Really is. Because, like you said, I'm thinking I'm probably close to 110 strikeouts, or plus.
Yeah, possibly 10 quality starts, maybe more. So I think you'll see some of those guys that, like yourself, that are in the 80s, 70s are going to be.
So I just made fun of both of you. Now both of you said yes, you'll make a trade with me.
We don't talk about what goes on off air. Yeah.
I do. What are you talking about?
All right, we'll move on to Memo.
I finally hired that intern. Where do you think she's been the whole time?
Come out. I didn't say anything.
Oh, sorry.
I didn't make my prediction.
Sorry.
I think this is where Chris starts moving into the playoffs and Sean starts sliding. 7-3, Chris.
That's what I said. It should be 7-3, but it's probably gonna be a tie.
He wasn't listening to you. Oh yeah.
No,
anyways,
I still have to say my opinion.
Yes. All right. We'll move on to Memo and PJ. Memo's selling, air quotes, and it should be all PJ, but I'm sure Memo will be buying by the end of the week, by next week. It should be PJ at least 6-4 this week.
I mean, if Memo doesn't, I gotta look at this a different way. If he doesn't, because his guys aren't, are any of them in the All-Star game? His pitchers?
PJ?
No, Memo's. Where's the fuck's his team?
Berger's not. Sale?
He's going to pitch, but I don't think – I mean, Alex Cora's not going to start him, so he's going to pitch for like what, maybe an inning, if that even?
Yeah,
It'd be really weird.
Yeah, it's going to be like a bullpen thing for him.
Yeah, so it could be like when do we come back? Thursday, the 11th?
No, Friday.
Oh, really?
There's no game on Thursday.
So all his guys are going to go twice. So I mean, think about how many Ks he could get. I know he doesn't have a lot, but
Yeah, Memo's
I
gonna
mean-
be buying again next week. He's gonna win like 8-2.
he will. That's what I'm thinking. Like I
TJ's
really
team's
think.
not that strong. I mean, I can see Memo just having a great week and then he's not trading again.
Yeah.
Or he's-
I mean, I'm gonna go. I'll go. Exactly what Scott said. I think 8-2. I
His
think
name is
there's
Matt.
gonna be.
You called me
not
Scott twice.
Scott.
That's great.
That sucks. Anyways, yeah, sorry about that. 8-2. I like it.
We're good to move
And then
on.
he'll be fine.
Yes, I said he's gonna buy. He's gonna sell, and then he's gonna buy.
So
and-
much you said he's gonna buy.
He's gonna buy.
Oh, he's gonna
Is
buy.
he gonna?
I think
So what is he gonna?
I think Abreu will be playing for Memo's team.
I think Chris Davis will be on this team too. All right, we'll move on to Scotty and Ken. This should
Let's
be
see
all.
who he has on multi-year deals. While you guys continue to talk.
This should be all Scotty. I know Ken likes to make it close. He's Mr. Tide Man, but I see Scotty adding this week, and I see him winning 7-3.
I don't know about it. Again, I mean, like it's got Memo's got the pitching too. I mean, my God, I gotta stop drinking on these things. Ken has it.
Of course,
I think
you're gonna
it'd be a
blow
little-
Ken because
it's
it's
gotta
your
be-
pitching
it-
staff.
What?
Of course, you're gonna blow Ken. It's your pitching staff that you gave him.
It's gotta be closer. I just think he's got some pitching. His hitting, somewhat better. I mean, God damn, I still can't believe he won 9-1 last week. 3-7. So Scotty wins 7-3.
That's what I said.
Yeah, that's about right. 8-2. I'll do 8-2, Scotty.
Yeah, that's about right. 8-2, completely different.
All right, we'll move on to the last one. We got Dave and Drew. This should be all Drew. His pitching is much better than Dave's. I got Drew 8-2.
I got it closer. Dave's been in it, kind of. So 6-4, Drew.
I like Drew's team. It's going to be 8-2, 8-2. Drew's team's good.
Yeah. All right, well, that'll wrap it up for this week. Max, any closing remarks for this week before you come on next week?
No. Can't wait to get yelled at again next week. Let's make a couple trades that Matt doesn't like.
Yeah, I still honestly, I think I would have done my trade over that trade. That's stupid.
Well, then I would have been sitting on Evaldi.
Yeah, well, you can trade him. Trade him to Memo.
How many Padres do I need in my team?
I don't know. They're really good. I would trade him a lot. Here, I'm going to make a trade for you right now on this on the podcast, real fast.
Okay.
PJ wants a closer. You have Evaldi, and he could be.
I was going to reach out to PJ. I was going to reach out to PJ after this. And
There
Chris.
you go. I helped you make a trade, so now you have to make a trade with me. For
Well, you can't have
Javier
Evaldi.
Baez.
You can't have Evaldi because I'm sending him to PJ or to Chris.
Well, what if I gave you all that stuff that I would have gave you for Keston Hero, which you like, but I gave you for a Javi instead?
I like Javi.
But you only have him for one more year. How about this? I won't franchise him. I will.
You'll put him back out in the seat like I did Trevor Story. It'll be great.
Yeah. What you will trade? What will you trade? You will trade. He will trade you. He won't trade you anything for Evaldi. He has nothing on his team to trade that's worth trading.
I like Victor Robles' steal upside. I like that steal upside on Victor Robles.
For a guy that may be the closer, I don't think he'll do that. PJ's like very Jewish when it comes to those type of things.
No, I was going to look at Chris. We'll see. I just have a couple. I mean, I can also put Abreu in that package.
You're like a whore for steals, aren't you?
Okay, you couldn't. Yeah. So
All right, Maddie.
so I
Any
wanted-
closing remarks, Maddie? More closing remarks.
Just again, the trade. But that wasn't that bad. Whore for steals.
No,
You
it's
just like
fine.
stolen bases.
I like
what?
it. I like steals.
Yeah. No, the trade deadline's the 14th.
Podcast next week. There's not one because it's a 2-week week, right?
Yeah, I was gonna go on that. What do you want to do for next week?
Maybe we can do something kind of special. I don't know. do a little.
You want to do it on a different day,
Monday? Or
like
you
during
want
the
to
home
do
run
it?
derby?
Well, what's week?
No.
I signed up for next week, would be the following Sunday.
Yeah.
Right?
Which is the trade deadline. We can talk about trades. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
So the trade deadline will be going on. I don't know.
You want to just do a podcast just about the trades that go on from now this right now. Your
Trade week.
stupid trade. We'll talk about we'll start with your stupid trade you guys just made, and then all the way to
All the
to
genius
Sunday.
trades Matt makes.
What?
All the genius ones you make.
Well, again, I'm just making the league better. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah,
And we can talk about the 3 days of baseball. I don't know.
All right. Well, we'll talk about it a
We'll
month
figure
or
that
so.
out.
So, but yeah, that's it.
All right. So
Thanks again, Max, for coming
yeah.
on.
No problem.
stay
Thanks for having me.
classy, Chicago baseball.